Alright, and we are back with another episode of Duel Masochist. This time, this season's final, and I will just redo this. And yeah, as you can see, the deck has changed a little bit since the last time. This is, of course, not the water deck. This is our usual deck, but of course, it changed a little bit. Now, I changed it because we got Gaia Prominence last week. And I want to utilize it. Now, this might be a hit or miss, because we do need to put in synchro like tuners to use this, but this is basically a debunk on a 3500 buddy. If we have a monster discard. And, I mean, the other effect, like the only fire monster we have is, we have two. We have Clatter Sploder and Flag, but that's really not as important. Now, as you can see, I also removed some of the traps because I wanted to have a lower amount of traps in total. But I think the most significant change I did was I added a small pack of Black Wings. First being Blizzard, the far north, because I need tuners. And if I normal summon this, I can special summon a Blackwing from my graveyard, which is pretty good. Then Breeze is basically just a level 3 tuner. I don't think I have a decent way to search it right now. At least not search it from my deck to my hand. But if I find something, I will change that most definitely. Another addition is Pinaki. This can only be used for a Blackwing Synchro monster, and I'll come to this in a bit. But this is something that can search Breeze. Now, it's important to note that we can really only search Breeze when this goes to the graveyard, so usually in our end phase. So special summoning Breeze doesn't really do much. Also, this can also be only be used for a Blackwing monster. But I want to try this out, right? We have Crusadia Arborea, a level 3 tuner. We can special summon if we have a Link monster. Which I thought, you know, it is special summonable. And it's a tuner. So if you can stick a tuner on the field and it doesn't die, or we have, like, you know, ways for more summons, I put this in the deck. Nyan Nyan is still here. So are the two Scout Buggies, or two Goblin Bikers, Exoraptor, or normal 3s that, you know, have a lot of power to be special summoned. Then we have Bora the Spear and Chris the Crack of Dawn. Chris the Crack. Great. These can basically special summon themselves if I have another Blackwing. So, you know, if I have either of the tuners, I can summon this and I can make a Synchro monster. Sleeper still in here, my two Spirals. A new and addition again is Rescue Ferret. Now, Rescue Ferret is in here because if we can somehow get to a Link 2 that has decent arrows, and we can summon Rescue Ferret, we can make a 6. A Synchro 6. And since we then have a Link monster on the field, we can basically Link monster, Rescue Ferret, use Rescue Ferret, summon 2 monsters that make a 6, make Muddy Muddragon, make Gaia Prominence, if that is required. Then the rest is the same. Shatana, Corridor, Long One, and my 2 Eschatos. I was looking at our worms because I really wanted to put in worm tuners, but we really don't have any that are either 2 or 3. So I didn't, but I will have to look out for that to put them in. The spells didn't really change. I think. Well, I took out Cup of Ace again because I mean there wasn't a serious include really. For the traps, however, I did remove Memory Loss. I did remove Canadia because I have 2 Book of Moons, which, you know, I like better. I also removed Curse of Forbidden Spell. I love Curse of the Forbidden Spell. It's a great card, but we need to have a spell in hand that I want to discard. They need to use a spell, and nowadays it often just doesn't work, right? So, left is Trap Tricks Trap Hole Nightmare, Time Space Trap Hole, Olinoides, Warning Point, Divine Wrath, Debunk, and Lose One Turn. Now for the extra deck, which has also changed a bit, Gaia Prominence, like I said, basically a Debunk on a body. Mighty Mud Dragon to get to Gaia Prominence. Now here's Blackwing Armor Master. It cannot be destroyed by battle, and I take no battle damage involving this card. And I can make it relatively easy. Will it do something? Well, not on the turn I summon it, unfortunately. But it has potential to be useful, especially as a wall that cannot be destroyed and can beat over everything with a little bit of setup. Then, of course, Sinister Sovereign, Dante's still in here, Cicada King, Bigga Bonga, Cowboy. If there's ever a game that is close and we can summon Cowboy, which never really happens when I'm close to winning. Both of our Utopias and the Link monsters have changed a little bit as well. Ripodocus is still in here. I think it's still a great Link too, especially if I need a Link monster to get to my 3 types. Cross Sheep, basically because of the arrows, and also if I fusion summon, I can special summon a level 4 lower monster from a graveyard. Now, I don't know if this works with Mighty Mud Dragon. It should, because it says I can fusion summon a fusion monster from extra deck. So this is a fusion summon, so Cross Sheep should work. So ideally, Cross Sheep is on the field, and then I can make a 6, and then I have another monster. However, I also re-added Donna, which is just a good card, 2 different types, pretty nice. Beast Warrior, sort of Winged Beast, and the arrows pointing to my side of the field, which means it's a good target to use with Rescue Ferret. And then, of course, Triple Burst Dragon. Now, I am not super confident with the changes I made. I will say this outright. My hope is that I don't take 4 hours to get, 4 wins to get a Platinum. And that's pretty much all I'm gonna do in this episode, is getting to Plat. I just didn't have the time or the energy to do this earlier, so I'm a little bit low on time. And I do want to get Plat today. So that's the goal. And we are in Gold 1. So just a few more wins. I hope it's near the end of the season. So I hope I didn't get punished too hard for not doing this earlier. But this is the deck. I still have the other one, so if I need to change back, I can. But we'll try it out. And I'll see you in the duels. Okay. Interesting. We are potentially dueling another Masochist player. Now we see who has better luck. They won the coin toss. So. Okay. I'm always, you know, careful when the first thing they play is a structure deck card, because, you know. But we'll see, Tidying, okay. Unfortunately, I cannot make Muddy. I have a 4, which means I cannot make this. Okay. All right. So assuming this is a Masochist deck, I would say that they have more monsters than spells and traps. Perfect. So we summon this. We can activate Super Agent's effect to destroy one of them. I don't think it matters which one, because I don't know either of them. Well, I know one is probably tidying. I just don't know which one. So. Oh, hey, that's rude. I wonder if this works. Because it has to target... They targeted my card. Nope, doesn't work. Well, I tried. Dark Magician, really? Huh. But this is awkward, I would say. Oh, let's summon Captain. Annoying. I think we are not winning this unless we draw something good. Because this hand is terrible. Can do nothing. I could, if I draw Klettersploder, maybe. But they have another one. Oh, yo. Oh no. Yeah, I think we're not getting out of this one. Well, they get their pick. Alright, going by that name, they immediately surrender. That's good. Okay, so I was going to say, the name was 777, and they had the Exodia profile picture, so I can almost guarantee this was an FTK deck, and they didn't draw what they needed, so they immediately surrendered. Which is a win in my book. The duel before was against another Masochist who had apparently a way better deck than I do. At least they drew way better. I might include it. It wasn't very exciting. I surrendered when they started to pop off and I couldn't do anything. But, you know, unfortunately that duel wasn't very interesting. This one is neither, but, you know, this is a win for me. Let's open one of our last packs. Not the last pack, just one of them. Let's just go. Alright, and here's the first pack of this episode. Let's see if we can get something interesting. No. Cypher Twin Raptor. No, wait. Does this do anything? You can discover and special 7 monster from a hand or deck. Except Cypher. Yeah, no. Cool artwork, though. Do we see a Spiral? Once per turn, if a spell monster you control destroys once per battle, or if you destroy a card on the field with a spell monster effect, you can draw one card. Oh. Interesting. If we get more Spirals, we have a few. Maybe. A Dino Wrestler. Only opponent controls monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. You control a link 3 or higher Dino Wrestler monster. Okay, this effect is not relevant. I wish this was a tuner. Spread Smashers, we have that already. Oh, damn. Another Viking Island, though. Yeah, but nothing in this pack, really. I mean, we're obviously not going into Cypher, and we're not playing Dino Wrestlers. And if this was a tuner, I would put it in the deck. Unfortunately, it is not. Actually, I still might put it in the deck, because it's a 3 I can just special summon if our opponent has cards. I will decide this at the Mazo time, but this is also Dinosaur, which is a type we do not really have outside of Ripidocus. Yeah, let's get into the next duel. 3 more for Plat. Alright. Going first. Can we do something? Well, we can set 1 card. Yep. I think we can discard Chris, right? I mean, Doesn't really do anything for us. Immediately negated. I don't like that. Oh, okay, that's fine. Which was this? Special summons from deck or extra deck? Okay. That's fine. So they draw one. I get Cicada King. I'm good. And I set book. End my turn. Hope those two are enough. 3, technically. I assume they're playing Trap Tricks or Live Twit. This field I usually see played when they play Trap Tricks. Evenly matched. Well, that's great. Uh-huh. Ha! Knew it. Interesting. Well. Now we're summoning Sleeper. Vigorous. No. Like you, no. Beat up with Sarah. Main 2. Set this. End my turn. I don't think I need to activate Moon Mirror Shield. I'd rather bait out spell and trap removal if I have it. They might not want to deal with Moon Mirror Shield in the normal way. Okay. See now. Oh, would you look at that? Oh, that's actually not good because yeah, that's a little awkward. Since none of my other monsters are insects, this doesn't really do anything. Well, it's fine. No, I'm not doing that. So I have 2 bricks on my field that will stop me from special summoning, which is awesome. I think I need to put in an insect link too that I can use to get rid of these. I have one, so that shouldn't be a problem. Yes. What is this? Oh, god damn it. Are you kidding me? Of course I cannot flip up Sleeper. Otherwise I could deal with that. No. I'd rather stop it right there. I know they can make another Sarah then, and then I cannot negate that Sarah, but it's fine. Sure. No. Rust. Huh. It's annoying. I should have thought about Scout Buggy when I have Cicada King on the field already. Triple attack. Makes sense. Okay. I don't know if that was a good idea. Well, I mean, it doesn't harm them. But I obviously want to get rid of the buggies. The fact that Ash Blossom kinda locks me out of stuff is annoying. Okay. There's obviously a trap they can activate. So I don't know which one. I'm not really familiar with trap tricks. However, I do know that I need... What? Oh. No. Didn't even know about that effect, honestly. So attack with Cicada King. Yep, that makes sense. In this case, the negate doesn't matter. It matters that they activated a normal trap, so they can activate Sarah. They got a lot of stuff going now. So I don't know. My best hope now. Yeah, sure. Best case scenario is they get rid of my Scout Buggy. I draw Eschatos. Somehow don't get negated by anything. Like, I need to get rid of the traps. And can call it land. Wait, plant? Oh yeah, of course, plant. My brain was at insects, which makes no sense. I wish we had an Harpy's Feather Duster. Ah. Mm. Oh, that's not good. The attachment thing is not good. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we're getting out of this. There's no way I can get Eschatos to stick. Can't get out Mud Dragon anyway. Because I can make a link. I can flip up Sleeper. Hmm. Yeah, no, that's not. We are not getting anywhere. They took a second. And they set cards. Oh, that's... that's never a good sign. Is that a 60 card deck? No, it's not. Okay. Well. Let's see what they got. Really? Well. Let's just... Made to go second again. Assault Wyvern. I like what I'm seeing. Okay. This is a little weird. Because I can't really... I can't really destroy Assault Wyvern right now, which is a little strange. It's fine. We can make Cicada King. And then do something else next turn. We have cards to stop them from, you know, activating stuff, so... we should be kinda fine in theory. Until I get hit with a Harpy's Feather Duster, Regeki, and a Lightning Storm. Maiden with Eyes of Blue. Okay, warning point. Bye. Yeah. Thought so. Well. Like it is. No, I'm not going to negate my own effect, please. Thank you. Uh-huh. Interesting. Let's make early. Ah, I actually should have made something else to get a Borea out. Well, whatever. A Buggy, Nemesis, and early. Eschatos. And hope for the best. Cool. We have debunk if they have something in hand. They need to reveal or something. They cannot special summon dragons. Okay. Cool. Yeah, you do that. I do want Nyan Nyan, I guess. Yes, I want Nyan Nyan on the field. Hello, Nyan Nyan. Well, got rid of that. So we have knowledge of one card. And we know they are on the Blue Eye Structure deck. Weird. Well, I can keep calling dragons, so I will. Yeah, let's summon Arborea. I cannot make Muddy. Why? Oh, I cannot make Muddy because it's a dragon. Of course. Yeah, let's make Gabonga then. Because why not? Let's get Mean Menace. I should have made a link to try Rescue Ferret. No. No. But I couldn't have made... I could have maybe made Armor Master. But I couldn't have made Muddy Mudring, of course, because of Eschatos. I could have... It's a Pyro. So the next time I do that first, then make Muddy, and if I can, make Gaia, and then use Eschatos to call Dragon. Good to know. Okay. Also, they rage quit or something. I don't know. It's our second pack. Let's open it. Alright, here we are. Let's see what's in this one. We have Phantasm Spiral Power. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Majesty with Eyes of Blue. Send one bluest monster from your hand or deck to the river, then target one face monster on the field. It cannot attack while it's face on the field. That is awful. Another Dragoonity. Whatever this is. DD Warrior Lady. Okay. 3 new cards in this pack. Yeah, Phantasm Spiral is neat. I mean, we got another Dragoonity Tuna, which is okay. The rest, not so great. I mean, DD Warrior Lady is obviously a nice card, but I think we are way past DD Warrior Lady being good. So, yeah, let's get on the next duel. 2 more to go. Alright, Wolf. Was the dog. Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah. So, I need to discard a card, so I'll discard Olinoides, I guess. Get Lapis, special summon Exoraptor, and you. Then we make another Cicada King. Now, I don't want to discard Raigeki with Wrath, but if I need to, I will. It's dragons again, huh? I was really hoping for it not to be dragons. Again. Okay, I'll Cicada King this, so they think this is not a threat anymore. They still have a normal summon. Yep, that's fine. Can this make the Link 1? I think it's Dragon or Spellcaster, right? Yes, okay. And now we Divine Wrath. Discard Raigeki. Because if I stop them as soon as possible, if they set up their board, they might not be able to be destroyed by card effect at least once per turn. See? And now we play a few games because I don't know what they have. So we'll activate Super Agent. Call monster. It's not. Okay, that's fine. Can I? Yes, I should be able to do this. Okay, let's get out early. Then activate Eschatos. Summon this another column. Get rid of you, you, and you. Look at my boy. Dragons. Good luck. Of course, you normally want to summon early when they have something on the field, because then you can try to adjust the arrows, but, you know, I'm trying to lock them out of ranks, yeah. Once they cannot special summon ranks, that's the good part. If I can stop Blue Eyes early before they set up, you know, all their ultimate Spirit Rank stuff in the lot, and then can Eschatos them, there's really no chance for them to do anything. For the most part. Of course, if they get rid of Eschatos and then survive a turn, they can. But not this time. Another win against Blue Eyes for us. So let's open our next pack. And here we go, the next master pack. Another one that doesn't look too exciting, but you never know. You never know. Ah, see? We did get an upgrade. Still doesn't mean anything. Gadget Arms. Morphtronic Flip Monster. That's... Oh, I didn't want to click that, but that's fine. Yeah. No super rare, of course, even though we got upgrade. We didn't get another Raid Raptor. And a Mythical Beast. What does this do? Each time a spell gets activated. Yeah, yep. I can remove 3 and return 1 Mythical Beast card from your penalty zone. Okay, that's not useful. So, Vanadium Imaginings. Vanadium Monster Visa Starfrost. I wish we could pull Visa Starfrost. Okay, no. What is this? Is that also Visa Starfrost card? It is. That's funny. Can I please get Visa Starfrost? Shuffle into one of your Visa Starfrost and 4 monsters. Okay. Yeah, nothing in here really, I mean, at all. Unless we ever want to play DD with, like, shitty cards. Raid Raptor, I don't know. The main phase covers one special summon. You can attribute this card from your hand or graveyard to its total level equals 6. But why would I mean I know why I would, but yeah, nothing in here. There's one. We need one more win for Plat, and that's when I will end the episode. So this will be a lot shorter, I guess, than you would think, because the duels weren't that long. But, you know, there are one or two that I might add that I didn't win. That went that long. That existed. But, until then, let's get into one more win for Platinum. Here we go. I have the feeling that this might be a bot. You know what? I'll give it to me this time. Again, I really kinda messed this up this week with scheduling this. So, you know what? I'll take it. I mean, we still haven't won, right? But, yeah, I'll do this, end the turn, and if it's a bot, I'll see you at the end. If not, I just keep talking. So I'm pretty sure it turns out this wasn't a bot, but because for like 90% of this duel, I was convinced it was, that I didn't really say anything. So I'll probably put like a disclaimer at the beginning of this duel that I don't talk, really. But I'll probably keep the whole thing in. Just, you know. I don't awkward. Yeah, I don't know what that was weird. That was weird. However, this is, and you know, I'll just confirm it. Our entry from Gold 1 into Plat 5, which leaves this season at Platinum once again. Even though I struggled a bit in the beginning, didn't play as much. But yeah. With that, let's open our final packs of the season. Legacy and the Mon Master Pack. And then I'll just ramble on as usual at the end of the season. So I'll see you in the packs. Alright, starting off with the Legacy packs. We got exactly 10, so there's only one batch we have to open. Let's skip this. Oh my god! We got a Blue Eyes. That's actually pretty cool. We also got a second Crooked Cook. Can you imagine that? Getting a Blue Eyes from Legacy Pack is pretty sick, actually. I don't know if we're gonna use this in any way, but it's pretty sick. What is that? Garlandolf, King of Destruction. I've never seen this card in my life. Defense less or equal to this card's attack. This for each monster is interesting. Kind of. Anything else in here? No, I don't think so. But getting a Blue Eyes White Dragon from the Legacy Pack is pretty sick. Again, I'm not entirely sure if we can use this. I mean, we do have some other Blue Eyes support, so maybe I'd be down for that. But yeah, let's open our Master Pack. And here it is. Man, the yellow, I was about to say blue. The yellow shine is getting bigger and bigger. Still haven't really gotten an SR. So, okay, well, another upgrade from Master Packs, so doesn't mean anything. Gold gadget, okay. Oh, what? Oh, you are. Yo, I think we have a trap we're gonna add to the deck. I think we do have a trap we're gonna add to the deck. Holy damn! Another Nouvelle card. Generator boss loot. Is that a searcher? No, special summon from hand. Okay. Cosmic Hero and another Materiactor. Zepwing. If this card is not a special summon or flip face, you can add one Materiactor card from your deck to your hand. Except Zepwing. Then you can either add it to your hand or special summon. Huh. Maybe. Because if we have Exoraptor, we can special summon this. And if we don't, we can normal summon this and then get Exoraptor and then special summon it. Huh. Cool. More importantly, wow. Wow. See, these are cards I need. I really need. Even Blue Eyes being interesting because we do have some Blue Eyes stuff that we might be able to utilize now. That we have the Blue Eyes itself. Will I be able to play Tyrant Ring? I don't know. I don't know how well that works out, but it would be easier to get Tyrant Ring with an actual Blue Eyes than with Muddy Mud Ring, for example, right? We'll see. Also, since this is the end of the season, next one we'll open the 10 in the beginning and then see what we can build. But this is very promising. I love that. Solemn Strike is insane. Yeah, I think the duels were a little boring, I'll admit. But we got to Platinum and the pulls, like the last pulls, insane. This is awesome. Yeah, but with that being said, this is it for this episode and this month's ranked season of Master Duel. Next one is gonna be close again, like next month. I'm you know, kind of newly invigorated by pulling a Blue Eyes and Solemn Strikes. Pretty cool. So yeah, we'll see what we pull in the next ones. But I'll have to check. The time is a little awkward, I guess, because the Sunday is the 2nd, so I can only play on the 1st. This will be... So then, actually, okay, I'll say this right now. The next episode might be on a Monday for me, so one day late, like 24 hours later, depending on how well this works out, because the beginning of the month is on the weekend for me, and, you know, for most other people as well, probably. Time zones are not that crazy. But I will again look at the deck. I was thinking about playing another Yu-Gi-Oh game. Because I never played... Well, I played like the GX... the GX games for Game Boy and Nintendo DS at some point. But there's one for PS2. And I kind of want to check that out because this is a game I've never played. I know it's like the DS games, but I don't know if there's anything different. And, you know, I think GX is probably my favorite era of Yu-Gi-Oh! I like 5Ds because I like synchros, but like as a whole thing from the beginning up to GX is probably like my favorite section of Yu-Gi-Oh! If you want to say that. Like, you know, the Horus of Black Flame stuff, you know, awesome. Love those cards. Big fan. I was pretty excited when the new Horus cards came out, and then pretty let down when it became apparent how you play those. And the Horus card is actually not even part of that, so kind of sad, but you know, that's what it is. Other than that, yeah, I don't have any other plans, concrete plans right now. Again, still trying to figure stuff out. But, you know, there are some things going on where I might have more time to commit and see what I can do. But again, you know, recently low energy and stuff. I'm actually glad that I got this one out. But we'll see, we'll see. But, you know, this season was a lot more, I feel like, enjoyable than last one. Maybe because I took it a little bit slower, I don't know. But I think, you know, experimenting with the deck is kind of fun. I'm reading the few comments I get, of course. And I'll check out stuff if there's something I'm missing, of course. Like the Photon Lord stuff. I will, you know, I'll keep an eye out. You know, I love those cards. I'm a big Galaxy Eyes fan. Just never really played them in like a more modern era. I played them in Blink Evolution the last time. Because you can, you know, I also played Gravekeepers in that one, so, you know, you could play a lot of stuff in there. So, yeah, that might be something, you know, more other Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. Unfortunately, you know, I was checking out fan games for Yu-Gi-Oh, but the only stuff that that you can really find are mods for Forbidden Memories. If you want to see me play Forbidden Memories, I can do that as well. I love that game. And like Duels of the Roses. And I know that Falseborn Kingdom exists, but that is a game that does not interest me in the slightest. So it's kind of unfortunate. It's not like with Pokemon where there's a lot of fan games. If you want to see me play Pokemon, I can do that as well, I guess. Just not the newer ones. Like, it has to be like a Game Boy one. Like, I'm not gonna play Legends ZA. I can pay you that for free. But yeah. Yeah, so if you want to see anything, or if you want to, you know, have any suggestions for this series, for the deck, something I missed, just let me know. And yeah, you know, I'm kind of, you know, rambling like I usually do at the end, but there's not as much to say this time that I haven't said before. So yeah, I guess I'll see you next week when we delve into the next season with more packs, some deck changes probably. I mean, at least one. That's for sure. And you know, a terrible beginning of the season, neat middle, and then a little bit of a boring end, I guess. That seems like the way this goes. But until then, I wish you a nice night, evening, afternoon, morning, early afternoon, late afternoon, whenever and wherever you are. Goodbye.